Hello dear ones, welcome to Tolle Wolle and welcome to a super beautiful alpaca cuddle scarf. Today I'm showing you a really beautiful scarf, super easy to crochet. It's basically just made of double crochet stitches that are inserted deeply. This creates this super beautiful pattern. It includes a very light hole formation. Made from Cosy alpaca wool with a really great color gradient. I will of course introduce the wool to you right away and also show you exactly how I crocheted the pattern, have lots of fun with it. And let's start with the fashion alpaca wool here. Super fine, 50 grams, 140 meters length, 63% alpaca, 37% polyamide. We have this here for size 6 needles, and this color mix I have here is number 9. We have a gradient yarn that starts with green on the inside, then transitions to blue, and then to this light gray tone. All super beautiful natural colors. And I'm hopefully pulling the whole thing out from the inside here. Let's see if I find it. Oh, and inside it actually has the same color as outside. So with these K-bones, that's often a surprise. And let's take another look at the thread together. It's really super cuddly, feels very soft. We have a main thread here that runs inside with this fluff wrapped around it. I think you can see it particularly well there. It is actually really thin and the fluff gives it substance. And I'll start with a chain stitch. I'm making a super simple pattern for this cozy yarn. And for that, I first chain 15 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you can see the width I have. Nice width for this material, I think. And then I take 3 more chain stitches for the height. 1, 2, 3. And now simply crochet back in double crochet. So I yarn over, insert into the 4th stitch and crochet back in double crochet. I've made the first double crochet. The stitches down here are not so easy to see. You can feel them quite well if you run your thumb over them. So I have already crocheted the first stitch. Yarn over, then I continue here and crochet a double crochet into each stitch. It's really more about feeling with the needle or knowing the distance between the chain stitches down here. That's why I choose a very simple pattern for this material where not much can actually go wrong. Because here you really have to work finely with stitches. It would be very difficult. So if you really have to find the exact insertion points, here we have the whole thing after a few double crochets. Super cozy. And then it continues here. And then I am already back at the end again. And then I'll show you how I actually crochet the pattern. And the last chain stitch. So now I have my 15 double crochets. I now take 2 chain stitches for the height, turn the whole thing around and simply insert into these spaces. So I spread it apart, go through a bit with my fingers, and then I always have the opening between the stitches here, and that's exactly where I simply insert and crochet new stitches. Very simple, very easy and relatively quick to do. And also really nice and dense and cozy with a slight texture in it. and I'll continue this for a few rows and then of course show you an intermediate result with the color gradient. That's also really interesting with this yarn. Basically, the yarn is very easy to work with. It runs really smoothly over the hand and the needle, so nothing catches, even though it is really cozy and also seems a bit uneven. But there are also no too thin or too thick spots, and with a simple pattern you can manage quite quickly. Here I am now crocheting my last double crochet of this row in front of the chain stitch of the first row. Here once again is an overview of this row. I take 2 chain stitches again for the height, turn the whole thing around and crochet back again. Here I am now back with the update for you. I started down here with the brown, with this light brown shade, then it went a bit over to a darker shade, then over into the green, and now I've reached this beautiful blue. Super soft color gradient, really beautiful yarn, and the pattern stands out wonderfully. We have a very small hole formation between the stitches, but because the yarn is so incredibly cozy, it only stands out a little, or rather it is intentional with this pattern, and you get a really nice effect. There is also the width, meaning you wear it like that. And of course, I still have quite a bit of yarn ahead of me. Here, more blue, which will get a bit lighter before it transitions into the dark brown and then into this caramel tone.
In the meantime, I have reached the end of the yarn. I only have a small piece left. I have already pulled out the thread here.
And you can see here the last row actually crocheted in double crochet. It's really a super simple scarf with a really great gradient and super cozy yarn. The end thread here will of course still be sewn in, and I'll show you the entire gradient now. We have the end here again with a slightly lighter brown. Here we had this super beautiful caramel tone, here the darkest brown tone, then we have the light blue over to the dark intense blue, here the green tone, and here again the light brown tone. You can also connect it beautifully as an infinity scarf, and then you really have almost a transition without color shift. So the tones are very similar here. I feel like this one is a bit lighter at the start than the one at the end. And just mega cozy, super warm, and exactly right for the coming autumn and winter. The scarf ended up being about 160 centimeters long. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and had fun. If so, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, activate the bell, don't forget. And we'll see each other next time at Tolle Wolle. Until then, bye.